on a more serious, like, contemporary note, we both saw Us this week, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but at the beginning of Us, the daughter mentions a conspiracy theory that I thought was interesting that I didn't know about, but I knew about the science of, and that is that in the 60s, so water fluoridation is what it is called, and it's when we put fluoride into the water. America does this, Canada does this. It
depends on the city, like different cities do.
Yeah,
cities
and it's helpful. It helps stop tooth decay because fluoride is really important. And the way that you get it is like
what's in your toothpaste.
Yeah, but the government is deciding to do, in my opinion, something that is good for the health of their society. But there's a really big conspiracy theory that this was like a way to like get rid of waste, or in Us, she talks about how it's like actually the way that the government controls our brains, or like whether or not this is actually like damaging. But as a scientist and someone who doesn't believe in conspiracy theories, it's like, no, it reduces cavities by 35% in children and 20% in adults. Like, it's an important thing. But that sort of framework of the daughter saying that in Us being a conspiracy theory, I think is an important part of that movie. Yeah, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but it plays into that idea of conspiracy theories being like embedded into like the culture of America and how we sort of live. And I think, I don't know, this is leading into our debate / go off about where we are in this state of believing in conspiracy theories. And I'm curious because I want to go off. I think it's really damaging, but
of course,
I wonder if you're maybe a little bit different because you grew up with them and you're not like damaged by it. Like, you learn to think critically.
True. Yeah. We'll have that discussion. It'll be interesting. Before we get there, I don't know if you have anything else to say about conspiracies. I have like one more absurd thing I want to tell you about. Okay. I have two others, but I'm just going to tell you one.
Okay, do the one.
One is like, I actually gave my little brother a conspiracy theory that I invented when we were young.
Whoa.
I don't know if I ever told you this. When he was young enough to believe it, obviously he doesn't believe it now. So I told him, we were obsessed with Pokemon when we were little, like both the TV show, the game, the cards, everything, like all my brothers and I. So my little brother is like 7 years younger than I am. I told him that he could become part of the Pokemon world, like it actually existed.
Like he could become Ash or whatever?
Yeah, like he could go and live in a world where he could like throw Pokeballs and catch Pokemon. All he had to do was get sucked up by the vacuum. And then that in the vacuum was the whole world of Pokemon. You are
such a troll. The vacuum? Okay.
So I would be
was he like trying to shove his foot into it?
No, so like I was like, do you want to go, Mike? Like, and he was like, yeah, kind of. And then I'd like go get the vacuum and turn it on and be like, and I'd be like, but Mike, once you're in there, you can never come back. And then he'd be like, and like screaming, crying. I'd be like, what, you don't want to go? Like, it'll be so cool in there. But like, yeah.
So whatever happened? Did he ever commit and then jump face first into the vacuum? I mean,
obviously, no. It always ended up him being too scared because he like didn't want to never be able to come and see his family again. But
that's the beginning of like a kind of bad Pixar movie or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you get an owl. To this day,
whenever I see like a central vac, I'm like, wow, that leads to Pokemon. There's something in me that has like
a central. Did you guys have central vac?
We did, yes. We lived not in the city, so we had like a garage with a
so then you vacuum. I always never really even knew what that meant. It's like you vacuum into your wall.
Into your wall, which then brings the pipes into the like dust bin in the garage.
That isn't truly insane to me. Separate episode called Central Vac. Is it worth it? Wow, that's gonna absolutely go viral.